Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. I thought today would be fun to do one of the videos I've been doing on my channel for quite a long time now, and that is just going to be a full face of nothing new. It's a lot of fun for me to shop my stash and pick some of my older products and then get ready with you guys on camera, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I already know that the palette I want to use is this one from Huda Beauty. This is the Mercury Retrograde palette. Unfortunately, this one is discontinued, and I know a lot of people on YouTube say that they don't want to feature those types of products on their channel anymore, but there are two reasons why I do still want to feature these. Well, really three. I still have them in my collection, so I don't want to just not use them. I feel like a lot of you guys probably have this one in your collection as well. And then the third thing is that there are so many palettes that have similar color stories to this now, because I feel like when this first came out, it was so unique to the market that a couple other brands really jumped on kind of duping this. So my favorite dupe that I actually used to have in my collection is the Profusion Ethereal palette, which I do still think is available. So I definitely want to be using the products in my collection. So I hope that that's okay with you guys that I dip into this palette today, but this one in particular has been discontinued. So it is definitely older, and that's the whole point of this video. I feel like I've recently been reaching into a lot of my newer palettes and just my newer products in general. So this is the one I want to focus on today. And I do think I'll start out with the eyes today. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime the eyes with this eyeshadow primer from About Face. I really like this eyeshadow primer. I've been kind of cycling through all of my primers lately, but this is a really good one. Bringing you guys in closer so you can see the eye look a little bit better, but this eyeshadow primer is really, really nice, and it's pretty affordable too, I would say. It's not super expensive, and it comes with a decent amount of product. Okay, for starters, I'm gonna dip into this shade called Momentum, and I'm just going to kind of set down the eyeshadow primer with this shade. I always put the lightest matte shade, usually in a palette, into my crease and up towards the brow bone to start out the look, because I find that helps me blend any other shades with it. Today I'm really wanting to dip into some of my favorite shimmer shades from this palette. About a week ago, I shared a video that was all about my favorite shimmer shades, and several of them came from this palette. So it really made me want to dip back into it. So that's why I was so drawn to use it today. Next up, I want to pick up some of this shade called Utopia, and I want to put this in the inner portion of the crease. It's been a while since I had this on my channel. It was actually the first half of 2022, but I actually did a project pan solely focused on my Huda Beauty palettes. If you guys have not seen that from my channel, I will link that playlist below for you. That was one of my favorite series I've ever done on my channel. I do think I should have done it for 4 months instead of 6, because I did get a little bit bored of it, just using the same ones over and over again, and I started to really miss the rest of my collection. But I fell so much more in love with the Huda palettes in my collection than I really even realized I was. I had so much fun filming that series, so I will definitely leave that linked for you guys. I'll also link my favorite shimmer shades video for you guys if you're interested in that. But I want to pick up some of this shade here called Off Balance, and I want to put this in the crease towards the outer section, and I'm also going to put this on the outer portion of the lid. I also want to add a bit of the shade called Crash to the outer portion of the lid. I added NYX glitter glue to the lids, and then I have gone ahead and done it this side to kind of see where I was wanting to go with the look. So I'm going to do this other eye on camera to show you guys. And I used 4 of my favorite shimmer shades from this palette, which are Cosmic, Galaxy, Gold Glitch, and Frazzled. So I started out with the shade called Frazzled, which is the deepest gold. I love the flecks of glitter that are in this one. It's pretty subtle, so it's nice and wearable as well, but it can be really fun for a more colorful look too. So I'm just putting this on the very outer portion of the eyelid, bringing it in to almost halfway. And then I'm going to pick up the shade called Galaxy. This is the shade I want on the front part of the lid, but I'm going to leave a little gap open in between those two shades, and that's where I'm going to put the shade called Gold Glitch, which is the lighter gold. Again, this is a really stunning one, and I want to put this right in the middle of those two and really overlap it with the two of them. And then for the final shimmer shade of at least for now. I'll probably add another one on the lower lash line, but I picked up the shade called Cosmic on just my pinky finger, and I put this on the inner corner. Oh, that's not true, because I actually also picked up a tiny bit of Supermoon as well, and then layered that on top of the Cosmic shade, just to brighten it up even a little bit more, but to still have that pinky base to it. And I'll probably touch up the inner corner more once I finish the face makeup, but I just wanted to kind of get the look that I was going for, which is this. So this is, I think I need to add, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the shade Frazzled here to the outer portion of the eye, and then I'll go ahead and layer Gold Glitch again, just to make sure. But yeah, that's pretty much what I was going for. I really like that. I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and just wipe up right underneath my eyes, and then we can get started with the face makeup. For primer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Milk Hydro Grip from this little sample pack that I have. I'm trying to use these up in my collection. Similar to the e.l.f. Power Grip primer, this is one that you want to rub in and then leave it on your skin to kind of set in a little bit before you put your foundation on. Oh man, I haven't used this Milk one in a while. This actually feels a lot nicer to me than the e.l.f. one, because the e.l.f. one is so like thick and sticky right off the bat that sometimes it's really hard to blend it into the skin. This one feels a bit more like watery from the get-go. I want to make sure to really get this in right around the nose, because I feel like it's where I need it the most. And then I'm going to let this set for at least like 30 seconds before we apply any foundation, but probably even like closer to a minute. Okay, this has been sitting on the skin for over 30 seconds for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and start with foundation. This is the Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I've been really enjoying this ever since I got it earlier this year. And I'm going to blend that out with a sponge. I'm going to add just a little bit more of that to the cheeks, and then a tiny bit on the forehead and the nose. Before I go in with concealer, I actually want to use this under eye brightener from Lottie London. I've really been liking this a lot lately. I feel like I use it, well, I don't use it every day, but I use it several times a week for sure. But if I'm like kind of rushing to get ready, I won't use it. Today I'm going to try and pick it up with a brush. I've been having a hard time reaching into that packaging with my longer nails. I like to blend this product in with a finger though, so I'm just kind of applying it with a brush so that I can tap it out with my finger. For concealer, I'm going to use the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I'm also going to use this one with a brush for a similar reason. It's just hard for me to reach into it. I'm going to go over the under eye area with my sponge though, just to help everything blend in a little bit better. I'm going to use this Buxom bronzer. This is the Staycation Vibes Rooftop Tan shade. When I tried this on camera, I used it with a much larger brush and I really hated it. But I've since used it with this kind of smaller bronzer brush, which I actually use more often than the other one. And I like it more now. It's just a very warm toned bronzer, so it took me a little bit of getting used to for sure. But I feel like it looks better with the smaller brush, like just not applying it in such a large area. If you have tan skin though, I think that this would look really nice. I'm just super pale, so it definitely does not look natural on me, but that's okay. I mean, I'm not trying to go for like a, is she wearing makeup or is she not type of look. Clearly with my eyeshadow, you can tell I'm wearing makeup. You might be surprised to hear this, but I've actually been really loving this duo from Fenty. This is the Killawatt Highlighter Duo. I have mine in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. And for a while there, I just couldn't really get on board with liking it so much, but I've been kind of mixing both of the shades together, and I'm really liking how that looks. It's not chunky or anything, like it looks almost like wet skin, especially if you use that more natural one, but I really have been liking this, so I'm just going to keep enjoying it. I was a bit bummed when I first bought this because I thought I didn't like it, and it's pretty expensive. It's like $36 or $38, I think. I'm glad that I've been liking to use it again, or for the first time. For blush, I want to use this one from Doll 10. This is in She's a Doll. I think this will be a really pretty tone with today's look. I'm gonna go ahead and pat over that with the sponge just to make sure it's all blended. But I really like that blush, especially with the look I have on. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up with the back end of my sponge. I just want a tiny bit of powder on the under eyes. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh powder. I also think I'm gonna press this on the nose because the makeup on my nose for some reason is really separating today, but that's all the powder I want to add. I'm really liking the glow the rest of the face has. Jumping back into the eyeshadow, I wanna finish up the eye look. So I'm just gonna use that same brush I was using at first. And I think I'm just gonna pick up, let's see. I think I'm gonna go between the shade Off Balance and a Karma here, just to make it a little bit more warm. I thought I was gonna add another shimmer shade to the lower lash line, but I'm actually just gonna leave it as is because I'm really liking how it's turning out. But I will apply a little bit of this eyeliner into the waterline. This is the Tattoo Studio eyeliner from Maybelline. It's in the shade Rose Quartz. I wanna update you guys because I actually ended up picking up a couple different shades of this, and this has the best glitter payoff in it than the other ones. I was really hoping the other ones were gonna have the same sort of quality of shine in them, and they're pretty, don't get me wrong, but they are not as pretty as this one, unfortunately. So if you're just gonna pick up one, this is the one I would suggest. All right, I'm going to curl the lashes and add mascara and finish up the brows, and then we can pick a lip product and we should be good. Before I do mascara, I need to go ahead and apply my setting spray. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush one. And that is my final use of my airbrush setting spray. That makes me so sad because it's so expensive, but I love that setting spray. For mascara today, I'm gonna use this one from Ulta Beauty. I'm still testing this one out. It's the New Heights mascara. This is a newer mascara. I should not have used this one. It's been on the market for a long time, but this is newer in my collection. I'm gonna add another mascara on top. I guess that's older. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just gonna go ahead and use some of this Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. There's not so much I can do about that now that I've already put the other one on, but yeah, I'm gonna add this one. I just saw that Ulta one. I was like, oh yeah, I haven't used that one in a couple of days. But this Ilia one is my all-time favorite mascara. So beautiful. Okay, well, my bad on the mascara. Everything else is an older product. Oh my gosh, the bronzer wasn't. What is wrong with me? I guess I'm just thinking, oh, it's in my collection. Let me just use it. Lord. All right, you guys, we're going to backtrack. I'm going to use one of my older bronzers too because I don't know what I've been thinking. I guess I should have picked my products before sitting down to film, but I wanted to just like pick them as I was feeling like it. So I'm going to add some of this. Sorry about that. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. I've had this one for a very long time. It is not new. And I like this one better, by the way, than the other one. This one is much more of like a neutral tone, and I think it looks better on my skin. For brows, I'm gonna use my only brow pencil. This is from NYX. I'm really not feeling like even doing the brows today, but I know I need to because I want the look of them being done, but gosh, I get tired of doing the brows. And I just used the pencil all the way through the brows. I didn't worry about using my little brow marker. For lipstick, I'm going to use this one from Maybelline as well. This is a Superstay Vinyl Ink in the shade Cheeky. As you can see, this is very similar to my lip color, but I feel like it just makes them look a little bit more polished. But that's going to be the finished look for this full face of Nothing New. Minus those two products that I totally just forgot were new and just kept on using, but we covered them up with a non-new product. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the look that I came up with. Let me know what you think down below. I was so glad to dip back into this palette because I haven't used it in a long time, but this is going to be the final look for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like today's video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. Also be sure to be subscribed to my channel if you're liking my content. I really hope that you guys have been enjoying Vlogmas so far. I cannot believe that we are so far through Vlogmas already, but yeah, I really appreciate your guys' support on my channel. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye.